Have you ever killed your own dream before life even had the chance to test you? Maybe not with actions, but with words. I can't. It's too late. That life is not for me. The truth is, most people do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they stop believing too early. So tonight, we are talking about one powerful mindset. Never say never. Welcome, everyone. Wherever you are right now, thank you for being here. Take a deep breath, relax, and stay with me for the next few minutes. Because this message might change the way you see your future forever. Part 1. When people stop believing. Nobody is born thinking they are useless. As children, we dream naturally. We believe we can become anything. A singer, a leader, a successful person. Hope feels normal when we are young, but life slowly changes people. Failure happens. Rejection happens. People criticize us. And after enough disappointment, many people stop asking, "What is possible?" Instead, they ask, "What is safe?" That is where many dreams begin to die. Some people are not physically tired. They are mentally exhausted. They wake up already expecting failure. They stop trying because they believe nothing will change anyway. And the most dangerous word they start using is never. I'll never succeed. I'll never change. I'll never be confident. I'll never live the life I want. But words are powerful. The words you repeat every day slowly become your identity. If you constantly speak defeat over your future, your mind stops searching for possibilities. That is why never say never matters. Because life changes constantly. People improve. Skills improve. Pain creates wisdom. Failure creates strength. The person you are today is not the final version of you. And maybe right now you are not failing. Maybe you are still growing. Sometimes life becomes difficult before it becomes meaningful. Sometimes painful seasons are preparing you for a stronger future. So do not make permanent decisions during temporary pain. A bad chapter is not the end of your story. And tonight, I want you to remember one thing. Leave room for possibility. Not everything is over yet. Part 2. Failure is not your final identity. Failure hurts, especially when you truly cared. Maybe you worked hard and still lost. Maybe you trusted someone and got hurt. Maybe you tried changing your life, but nothing happened fast enough. After enough disappointment, people become afraid to hope again. So they protect themselves by aiming lower. They stop trying new things. They stop believing in themselves. Not because they are weak, because they are tired. But here is the truth. Failure does not mean your future is finished. Every successful person has failed many times. The difference is simple. They did not treat failure as their identity. They treated it as a lesson. Think about a child learning to walk. The child falls again and again. But nobody says, "Walking is not for you." Falling is part of learning. Adults forget this. They fail once or twice and suddenly decide, "I guess I'm not capable." But growth has always been uncomfortable. Every strong person was once insecure. Every expert was once a beginner. Every confident person once felt afraid. Confidence is not something people are born with. It is built through action and experience. That is why you must stop being ashamed of starting small. Small progress is still progress. Reading a few pages every day matters. Practicing a skill every day matters. Trying again after failure matters. Because consistency changes people slowly, and slowly is still powerful. Many people quit too early because they want instant results. But meaningful change takes time. A strong mind takes time. A better life takes time. Healing takes time. So be patient with yourself. You are not behind in life. You are simply growing at your own pace. And maybe this difficult season is not destroying you. Maybe it is teaching you resilience. Maybe life is preparing you for a future you cannot see yet. So do not let one bad moment convince you that your entire future is hopeless. Your story is still being written. Part 3. One decision can change everything. Most people think life changes in one huge moment. But usually, life changes because of small decisions repeated every day. One decision to wake up earlier. One decision to stop making excuses. One decision to study instead of wasting time. One decision to believe that your future can still improve. At first, these choices seem small. Nobody notices them. Nobody applauds you. But slowly, your life begins changing. Because direction matters more than speed. Many people want a better life, but they keep repeating the same habits. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect time. But the perfect time rarely comes. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. That is why discipline is so important. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. It means caring enough about your future to continue even when you do not feel motivated. And honestly, modern life makes focus difficult. Phones distract people. Social media steals attention. Comparison destroys confidence. Many people spend more time watching other people live than improving their own lives. That is dangerous. Because years pass quickly. One day becomes 1 month. 1 month becomes 1 year. And suddenly people wonder why nothing changed. But life changes through daily habits. Small actions repeated long enough create massive results. A person who reads every day becomes smarter. A person who trains every day becomes stronger. A person who practices English every day becomes fluent over time. Consistency always wins, not perfection. And this is important. You do not need to rebuild your entire life overnight. You only need to take one honest step forward, then another, then another. Because progress creates belief, and belief creates momentum. One day you begin noticing something surprising. You think differently now. You react differently now. You respect yourself more now. That is growth. Real growth is usually quiet. It happens slowly, behind the scenes. But eventually, small daily choices create a completely different future. So if you feel lost right now, remember this. Your life can still change. Not through magic, not through luck alone, but through small decisions made consistently over time. And everything can begin with one simple thought. Maybe it's not too late for me after all. Part 4. Stop letting fear control your life. Fear stops more dreams than failure ever will. Many people never truly begin, not because they lack talent, not because they are incapable, but because they are afraid. Afraid of rejection, afraid of embarrassment, afraid of making mistakes, afraid of what other people might think. So they stay silent. They stay comfortable. And slowly, they become trapped inside lives they never really wanted. The sad truth is this: a small, safe life can still feel painful. Because deep inside, people know when they are abandoning themselves. And one day, regret becomes heavier than fear. Imagine reaching the end of your life and realizing you had dreams, you had potential, but fear made your decisions for you. That is why courage matters so much. Courage does not mean you feel fearless. Real courage means taking action while fear is still present. Every confident person was once nervous. Every successful person once doubted themselves. Every strong person once felt weak. Nobody begins as the best version of themselves. People grow through experience, and experience only comes through action. That is why you must stop waiting to feel completely ready. Most people never feel fully ready. They simply decide to move forward anyway. And honestly, failure is not the worst thing in life. Regret is worse. At least failure teaches you something. At least failure means you tried. But regret follows people for years. It whispers, "What if? What if you'd started earlier? What if you had believed in yourself? What if you had tried one more time?" Those questions can haunt people forever. So stop asking whether success is guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Instead, ask yourself, do I want fear to control my future? Because your future changes the moment you stop running away from growth. And maybe right now, life is asking you to become braver. Not perfect, just braver than yesterday. One honest step at a time. Part 5. Your life can still change. Sometimes people think they are stuck forever. They believe their past mistakes permanently destroyed their future. But life changes faster than most people expect. One new habit can change your health. One skill can change your income. One opportunity can change your entire direction. That is why you should never give up too early. Many people quit during the season where growth is happening quietly. At first, progress is invisible, like a seed growing underground. You do not see results immediately, but something important is still developing. Patience matters. Not passive waiting, active patience. Continuing to improve even when results feel slow. That is how real transformation happens. Slowly, quietly, day by day. And honestly, some of the strongest people are people who struggled the most. Pain teaches lessons comfort never could. Failure teaches humility. Loneliness teaches self-understanding. Hardship teaches resilience. Sometimes difficult seasons are preparing you for a stronger future version of yourself. That is why you must stop speaking hopelessly about your life. Your current situation is not permanent. People heal, people grow, people rebuild themselves all the time. But first, they must believe change is possible. Hope matters more than people realize. Hope keeps people moving. Hope keeps people trying. Hope keeps people alive emotionally. Without hope, people surrender internally before life even gives them another chance. So protect your mindset carefully. The voice inside your head matters. If you constantly tell yourself, "My life is over," eventually your mind believes it. But if you tell yourself, "I'm still learning," "I can improve," "My future is not finished," your energy changes, and energy changes action. Never underestimate the power of believing in yourself again. It can completely change the direction of your life. Part 6. Never say never. At the end of life, most people do not regret every mistake they made. They regret the chances they never took, the dreams they abandoned, the risks they avoided, the version of themselves they were too afraid to become. Because deep inside, people want more than comfort. They want meaning. And meaning begins when people stop limiting themselves. Maybe life disappointed you before. Maybe fear made you doubt yourself. Maybe failure convinced you that your best days were already gone. But listen carefully. Your story is not finished yet. As long as you are alive, change is still possible. You can still grow, still heal, still rebuild, still become stronger than you are today. But everything changes when you stop saying, "I can't," and start saying, "I'll try." That small shift is powerful, because people who believe improvement is possible act differently. They continue learning, continue rebuilding, continue moving forward even during difficult seasons. And over time, those small efforts create a different life. Not overnight, but gradually. That is how real transformation happens. One habit at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. So please remember this. Do not let temporary pain create permanent limits. Do not let fear decide your future. And never say your dreams are impossible simply because the road is difficult. Difficult does not mean impossible. Sometimes difficult simply means meaningful. So tonight, ask yourself one question. What could happen if you stopped doubting yourself so much? Maybe your life would slowly begin changing. Maybe your confidence would return. Maybe the future you want is still possible. But first, you must believe that your story deserves another chapter. And before this video ends, if this message helped you tonight, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with someone who may need it too. Take care of yourself, keep going, and remember, never say never. Thank you for spending these moments with me today. And before you go, remember this. Your life is not over because you had a few bad chapters. Your future is not destroyed because you made mistakes. And your dreams are not impossible just because the journey feels difficult right now. Keep learning, keep growing, keep believing in yourself, even a little. Because small hope can still create big change. If this video spoke to your heart, please subscribe to the channel and support more videos like this. Stay strong, stay patient with yourself, and I'll see you again in the next video.